Hi, Jeff here, March 2015. Starting the growing season here in Flagstaff, Arizona. I'm going to prepare the soil over here today for planting, and I'm going to put in all the amendments, fertilizer, blood meal, bone meal, and then next weekend we're going to plant some scallions, some radish, some lettuce, and some cold hardy vegetables. So we got some garlic back here. It's cold frame behind me. I planted in the cold frame July 31st. We got some pak choi and scallion and some cold hardy vegetables growing there. So I'm going to do a lot of digging today, and I'm going to get started. I'll show you some stuff later. Right, this is the inside of the cold frame. We've got some mesclun here. It's a lettuce mix. We've got some scallion here. We've got some scallion in the back. We've got some spinach. Over here is the garlic. I misspoke previously. I planted in this cold frame January 31st. And then this is the area we're going to prepare today with cold hardy vegetables. This is going on year 3 that I have a gopher problem. So I'm trying something new this year. I'm putting down chicken wire to try to keep the gopher out. So where I have the chicken wire, I'm going to plant low root vegetables, lettuce, spinach, and radish. So I put the chicken wire down about a foot. Hopefully the gopher won't get to them. Over here, I'm planting deep-rooted vegetables. I am going to plant scallion and carrot. And they need deep roots, so I didn't want them growing down to the chicken wire. This is year number 3 with the gopher. I put out traps a couple years ago, it didn't work. Gave up on the traps. I've just gotten kind of used to the gopher. He took about 1/3 of my beans last year, which wasn't a problem because my wife and I eat the beans and we had plenty of beans. So I'm just putting up with the gopher. It's something new. We'll see how this does in the garden here this year. We'll see if it keeps the gopher out. Interesting experiment. Okay, this is what I'm going to mix in the soil today. We've got some manure here, farmyard blend. It's got some chicken manure and some cow manure. I got some compost here. I got some worms in there. They're hiding from the sun. I've got some bone meal, blood meal, and potash. Get my NPK into the soil. I'm going to mix it in here, into this soil here, and we'll put it back in there. And then we'll also mix it up in here where we're going to grow the scallion and other stuff. Okay, there's the garlic sitting back there half buried. So we'll go to work here. And another maybe hour. We'll have this all mixed in. We'll let it cook for a week and we'll plant next week. Okay, I've got that all mixed in. The area where I'm going to plant the shallow root vegetables. I'm going to go to work over here, which you can't see in a little while. For your viewing pleasure, I got half a bucket of compost here. And I'm going to pour it in here. And I got a whole bunch of worms. So for your viewing pleasure, you can watch the worms squirm. These guys came out of my compost bin. I get a large number of worms in my compost bin, but they die in the garden. A few years ago, I used a lot of diatomaceous earth to keep pests out of the garden. So I think that's killing my worms in the garden. But they do great in my compost bin.